Dear friends, today we are going to do a demonstration of fleet management software. So this is for the companies who own their fleet of trucks. And what you see on the screen, vehicle business report, which is very important. Any truck owner would like to know what is the total earning by a truck and what are the total expenses on that truck during a specific period of time that may help him take right business decision. What you see on the screen, you have the particular vehicle number, its income generated, fuel expenses during the period, driver salary, number of trip made, trip expenses, on maintenance expenses, on tire repair and spare parts, permits and renewable expenses like insurance, permit, road tax, and any other expenses, total profit earned and total margin for that particular truck. So how this information is appearing to you is you can see you will know in this module which is called fleet management module. Under fleet management we have when you log in into the screen, what you get on the screen is various notification and alerts. The first notification you see on the documents renewal, that is which are various statutory and insurance and road tax etc, which is expiring, which is completing on a particular date, which needs to be renewed. So you can get these alerts in a specified period of time, like 15 days or 30 days, whatever you have defined in the system setup. We have license renewal for the drivers, and then we have vehicles availability. For a large number of fleet, you can know which truck, which vehicle is available for reloading on a particular day. Then we have preventive maintenance, preventive dues. What you have defined on your database is various preventive heads like wheel alignment, repair, oil change, or any other for each model of the truck, and it can give you a tentative view of when it is being available for renewal. That is for maintenance, whether this is based on number of kilometers mileage run by the truck or it is based on a specific period of time as defined in the database. So all this information you get through these forms. You have various forms available here, like in masters you have driver, route, vehicle model, permit, strip hat, and renewal of the existing document. Then under vehicle you have vehicle database, documents renewal, fuel management, complete fuel management, Petro Card management, and issue of manual paper slip for refilling of a truck and fuel bill passing that comes to you from the petrol pump or through the gas station. We have trip, in creation of trip you have advances paid to the driver, adding money to his card, withdrawing money, start, movement and settlement of the trip. That will go into detail as I complete this bird's eye view first. And in under driver we have salary definition, attendance, salary processes, training, transfer and drivers renewal. Then comes tracking. When your vehicle are fitted with GPS devices, and we can fetch the real-time information of the vehicle's location and its kilometer run by the truck. And beside that, you have card trip detail and other information that you can see. Under inquiry, we have trip related inquiry, and then there are n number of reports, many reports based on the data you have already entered. We have analytical reports, pending reports, trip related reports, provisional versus actual reports, and drivers and vehicles reports, and truck availability, vehicle business done. The first report that you saw on the screen, vehicle en route, driver vehicle metrics, vehicle history, and these are the reports available. Now we'll quickly go through some masters, some important masters, starting with vehicle master. So this is the vehicle master available to you. This is the information, some mandatory information and some information which is not mandatory but still can be, should be entered so that you can get the right reports, the right kind of information. You can process through it. You have some general reports, general information like fuel, the average as specified by the truck company, and what is whether a GPS device is fitted, the GPS device number which is it will be integrated with this application, then specification of the truck, engine, chassis number, etc., and the size and length and width of the truck, its payload capacity, and the purchase details of the invoice, accounting, how the accounting is done for the various prepaid Petro Card and Fastag card attached with the truck. Financial finance detail, if you have hypothecated purchased or on installment basis, so how the financing has to happen, so you this information. And finally integrated refrigeration detail, if the truck is refrigerated cold storage, so what are the various checkpoints, various running hours, everything that has to be entered in this. You can maintain this database for both your own truck as well as the truck attached with your company. Next is fuel management, daily fuel rate whenever the petrol diesel rate changes. So you need to enter that, and fuel sleeve issue for the truck. This is fuel sleeve issue for a particular filling station and for a particular vehicle, and when the vehicle is carrying some document that is manifest or a particular C note, consignment note, so on which route it is flying, and so this information would be there. And ultimately when this slip is issued, the driver fills the tank and later you get a fuel bill from the company. So this is the fuel bill passing. So when you get this fuel bill, the bill number and the filling station and all the fuel slip that you had issued and have been entered, and you click at this get data, all the slip number with the slip number will be populating on the screen, and so you can tally with your bill with your slip with the bill of the company with your vendor, and finally make the before making this payment. So this is the process from whereby this goes to your financial accounting. Also if there are any taxes, GST or anything on that, if not today, tomorrow, and if any TDS on that, so you finally tally it and submit it for accounting posting. Now we come to trip detail, which is most important. So when you have created a trip, and we'll start with trip start. This is the form for creating a trip start. So when you enter a vehicle number, particular vehicle number, which is already on that particular trip, and its current odometer reading would be you have to put, and it also shows the previous odometer reading, and on which route it is flying and on which driver is there, and the various card attached with this. And this is where you have to mention it is carrying a particular manifest document, and here the manifest number, you have to enter the manifest number, and it will inform if it is a valid document. So it will show this particular uh, like this particular manifest is for this, which is from this source to destination, and these are various other parameters reporting unloading date and party and other information, and how much weight it is carrying. So this is the start of the trip. Now there would be document verification. What which are the document that the truck is carrying, and whether these documents are valid. So the traffic manager usually verifies these documents. Then there is advanced provisional, how much advance you will be paying, how much fuel is required. This is again provisional. This is the planning stage of the trip. Expenses, what will be the various expenses that would occur on the way, and toll charges based on the route, and so you can put the toll charges at various uh, positions, and all other things like movement and other details. Now the trip start, and as the truck moves along, so there would be advances paid to the driver, adding money. Start, you have seen movement of the truck. The truck goes from point A to B to C. So started from A, the trip starts at point B. You can add any other document if it is carrying or loading or unloading any other material, so it can be added. So likewise you can maintain that trip chart, trip sheet, and finally there would be trip settlement. When finally the trip is settled, the truck goes back to the origin point, and you settle the total advances paid in this truck. When you enter the vehicle number and trip number against particular trip number, so each and every information that had been entered till now appears on the screen. We can see one data which could help us understand this form better: settlement. So you have picked up a voucher number against this particular trip number called 0003, which is for this particular truck, and which total starting date, ending date, total balances, and this is the summary: the total cash paid and any other deduction expenses made, fuels, and total balance available. This is the total fuel issued to the truck, total at the balance at the start, added and consumed, and finally balance and total fuel average mileage given by the truck, and then the advances paid, total expenses during the trip, and P&L account, profit and loss account, and everything. You may be amazed how the profit and loss account is created. So you can see it. When we have movement detail, we pick up manifest number that has a source and destination, and also it has the loading and unloading date and point in time, and total load carries, advances paid to the driver, expenses during the trip, and income of the trip, that is the total CN value, and by a particular party, your party. That this document you have already created in operation module, and this is available visible here, and finally it gives you the total information, other adjustment, any additional expenses, any other expenses. So it appears here like border entry, what you see here, some expenses, food and phone expenses. So these expenses are also user definable. You can define your own expenses, and these are the toll charges which have been detected from the Fastag card, which is attached with this particular vehicle. Now there is additional fuel. If fuel as per the specification, as per the planning, we have a specific for that duration, for that distance. But if there is any additional fuel issued, so what is that, and whether it has to be recovered from the driver or whether it has to be added back to the accounting or added back to the expenses, so it is up to you. Under summary, you see the complete trip. So from this trip, this maintains your complete MIS system, whereby you come to know the total expenses, the total profitability, total business done by the company. At the same time, it goes to your financial accounting, your P&L accounting. Then we have driver salary, where you define driver salary. It's very gross pay and its basic other heads, that is that you can define as per your convenience, as per the rules of your company, and marking of attendance for processing of salary you can do. And then rest of the things there are tracking. There's tracking when you say vehicle tracking, when your vehicle is uh, here you put the vehicle number, and for example this is your vehicle number. So when you click on view, it tells you the current location, exact location, status, speed, and trip detail, trip start, route, and what is the document it is carrying. So this information will be available to you on the tracking part. Same way you will have car tracking, you will have trip details, vehicle status, portable devices, and this happy card, that is your bank card, and yes, inquiry, that you want to know anything about uh, the trucks. So when you enter the trip number or the truck number, it will give you a detail about the trip, and the other information like the completion date, odometer reading, and everything on each and every part of it. So anytime you want to wish to know any, so this is the inquiry for TFN. Sorry, trip. TFN stands for truck forwarding note, which we will explain in next video. So these are the various analytical report on vehicle, fuel, trip, and driver. For example, on fuel, you have driver renewal, fuel related, fuel slip, and fuel bill passing. How many slips generated and what is overall expenditure. Pending trip. Pending trip means the bring trips already started in the moment but not completed in the system, because each trip needs to be settled, completed before you start the next trip. So here you give the date range for this, and you click on show to show you the vehicle. If it is already there, the trip is not yet completed. So all this report will be available, trip and this thing. And drivers and vehicle detail, which are one of the very important report. Trucks availability you have seen in alerts also. And vehicle business report, that is vehicle how much you have earned, what is the, this would be one of the most critical report for any truck owning company, truck company. So vehicle report, then you would have vehicle on route, truck vehicle metrics, vehicle history, attendance, and driver versus vehicle. So each and one report is self explanatory. Just you click on the report, give it a date range, and then you click on wise, how you want it on vehicle wise, you want to summarize a detailed report, and click on show, so you get the report. So for example, here you are getting a report on that is vehicle history. This particular vehicle with particular voucher number, description, amount, and total income and expenditure. This is summarized report. So you can see this report. So this way you are in a position to complete your vehicle fleet management module. And next we will explain fleet maintenance. So for this, for further information and detailed demonstration and more information on the application, you can contact BNG Infotech and on the given numbers, on the given email and sales and customer care number. Thank you very much.